Hey everyone, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Gonna make a quick video lesson going over the multi-day bounce play. I missed VLON, a great setup of a multi-day bounce play here. We got a nice run up from the low ones getting into the high twos. Very nice, about we'll call 150% plus play. And was just waiting for the setup here and just totally missed it today. Took it off my radar. It was on watch, but it wasn't a top play. I was looking at other things and missed an easy, great setup. Just beautiful. This is what I want to dive into. Just a quick setup here. We got a quick move higher, showing some bottoming action, and it just starts to uptrend. Compare that to the past few days when it's on the backside. Will seem like in the backside the whole time. It's just a pre-market mover. Since here, just moves are getting stuffed, and it's finishing around red each time. Yesterday, didn't even try to bounce, just instantly had a morning fade. And since we're getting a gap down, the fact that we're holding up nicely and getting a morning spike is kind of disappointing to shorts. Instead of it failing and continuing red, it's holding up. And really the entry I see would be right here. If you could get it at 158, 157, could be getting into the higher lows. I might have been able to, if I were to look at this, I would have got maybe some in the 150s and tried to ride this out here. But I usually like a little bit more consolidation. Well, I guess this is enough time. I might have taken it over the 150 area here. Maybe not this one. But yeah, once you get the high break, now that we're breaking to new highs instead of breaking to new lows, like how we have been doing the past few days, it's showing a momentum shift. And as long as it keeps holding trend, shorts are going to recognize this. They're going to get uncomfortable. And you see here, it gets stuffed at red to green. And then when it fails to break down, makes a higher low, holds a VWAP, shorts get fed up with it, and you just get short covering, and you get moves like this. I traded a different one. I traded where are we? Oh, let me just think real quick too here. 1 second. From 150 to, and this is roughly, this is within what the data shows, 25 to 30% move. Getting in the 150s, high in the 190s. So that was a really nice play. But I got one that didn't spike as much, and we'll go over why. So let me just get rid of these here. So I had a great entry in patience. I was getting in as usual, looking for that high break. After a failure breakdown, it held red to green, double bottom. From there we got a solid uptrend and went through this little dip here and sold right into resistance. And resistance here, there wasn't as much of a range. This one didn't fade as much as I usually like. Usually, as you see here with VLON, we're off the highs by what? 50%, a little less than that, but close to it. We'll call it 35, 40%. And that offers a little bit of range. So you don't really get the stuff until it gets into a key level here at whole dollar, half dollar level. So that was a difference here where I was only able to get 6%. If I was a little bit more patient, maybe could have got a little more, but still not able to even get away with 10% from, the high break here. And that was a little disappointing, but makes sense. I just chose the wrong one. Should have just waited for this as a multi-day break and would have recognized it was topping out. And that really is because just how choppy it got near a breakout level. You had a clean move, and then you get a bunch of indecision. Keeps holding trend, but then you get a fake out. 1 minute of solid volume, but it can't sustain it. Breaks the high a day for a quick moment, but quick retreat as well. So just showing great indecision at a key area. Yeah, not great. So that was those two. I also have another example. I think it was NUTX. This is one that's setting up. Yeah. So this one here, going from the mid 4s to 14. Pretty good run here. And this one I'm going to be eyeing heavily because it's well off the highs. It has range. If I'm getting it somewhere in the 9s, 10, which I don't know how it's going to set up. Now it might gap down. But regardless, it has solid amount of range. So if we're offering 30% in this pattern, is what it typically offers, 25, 30% like we just went over, that's going to be somewhere in the 11s. So, and yeah, good range, still could push a little further, and that is really the difference with VLON compared to NKTX, and also what I'm looking for in NUTX here, where it's off the highs nicely, it's offering some good range. Once the shorts fail to continue the trend lower and we get some momentum shift, we should get a nice squeeze. So we'll see how that sets up. I just want to go over the pattern, how I usually enter according to the high break, and totally missed it on VLON. Nailed it on NKTX, but that one didn't offer as much as we went over. Just didn't have the range, had too much overhead resistance at that multi-day break level. So executed it properly for what it was, but I should have chosen VLON. That's really it. It just had more range. So hope this was useful. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, check us out on Twitter at Pack-A-Punch Traders, and if you want low-cost live streaming, check us out on tradecaster.com.